Telugu cinema is changing, and we have the director of Lucky Baskhar and the upcoming film Vishwanath Sons talking about Telugu cinema and also the Telugu cinema culture, filmmaking culture, and how the work goes about and what happened with Deepika Padukone leaving out of Spirit, and then also Kalki and that issue, the whole work culture issue. So interesting things to hear from him, and I'm always interested to know someone from the inside when they talk about such thing, because they are there, firsthand, they're experiencing everything. So what they think about it, I would love to hear that. And also Telugu cinema is having a really good time with the kind of films they're making this year. So let's say from him what's the secret behind it. If you haven't seen the original version, I'll put the link description. Check out there. It's a reaction or a substitute. And without any delay, let's hear him out.
Ask you a couple of questions about the Telugu film industry. So the last two Telugu films I saw was Sing Geetham and Rao Bahadur.
Yes.
Right?
Two of very unique films that have come out from Telugu cinema for Indian cinema.
And I was kind of blown away, Venky, by just the audacity of it. How cheerfully experimental they are. How the makers just said, let's take a risk.
Yes.
What's happening there? How come you guys can take such big swings?
Coming to Rao Bahadur, I don't know if you've watched Venkatesh Maha's previous films.
Of course.
Yeah.
Care of Kanchirapalam is like my all-time favorite.
Everybody.
Yeah.
So he always believes in different cinema. And he's not, tweaked his attitude or, his writing in films for anybody. So he's an honest filmmaker, and that really reflected. And that's how Rao Bahadur is, has received whatever acclaim that it received right
You
now.
also have Mahesh Babu backing it. Like that's amazing.
See, films like that these days are getting backing.
Yeah.
Because slowly, the filmmakers are also started looking for young scripts or a kind of different scripts. So even for Sing Geetham, Swapna Dutt made that film.
Yeah. And Nag Ashwin was like a...
Yeah, Nag Ashwin
was like an
Vijayanthi
assistant
movies.
on it in some ways.
He was like supervising and everything. And the idea comes from a person who's like 90 plus.
Exactly.
Sing Geetham, sir.
A legend.
Yeah, he's a legend.
Yeah.
I didn't even like when the film came, right? A Sing Geetham film, right? And I was like, oh, nice touch, Sing Geetham film. And then the director's name came. I'm like, oh my god, that's his name. That's where that came.
Always, if you see his filmography, every film is a different film, and every film
That's what I've
left
heard.
a mark on Indian cinema. And this one, I actually texted her saying that, see, this film, maybe 50 years or 100 years down the lane, this film will be in every film school in the world, and this film can be something like Life is Wonderful.
Yeah.
Maybe it's going to age well, really well.
Yeah. But this ability to take artistic risks, it seems to just be getting more widespread.
Yes.
Telugu cinema at one point was very conventional. There was the really larger than life, and I'm sure a lot of that is still happening. Yeah. But these kind of films are so exciting.
Because audience are receptive.
Right.
Because audience are changing.
Yeah.
So
Interesting.
And
And that's always the case, like the kind of films are made which audiences appreciate, and if they don't appreciate, those films will not be made again. Because at the end of the day, it's not about, it should be about what the actor wants to tell, but it's never about that actually. It's about what audience will watch, because that will be get backed by a producer to put in money. Because for them it's a game, it's a business. What will earn me money, I'll make that, not what I want to make, and if it doesn't earn money. So it's always the case. If audiences, it's always also the good case that audiences need to push, the makers, then only better things will be made. If you are okay just watching the same thing again and again, and you are happy, satisfied with that, then only that thing will be made again and again.
monotony, maybe the monotony that maybe you're talking about was in 90s. Where every film title was almost the same. I still remember as a kid. So, but those films work big time.
Yeah.
Big time. So we have to respect the audience. Audience were receiving those films, and filmmakers were happy to make those films, and we were delivering hits. And it's not only in the case of Telugu cinema. It was happening everywhere.
Yeah.
If one film is working in a language, there used to be a series of films of almost the same genre, and every film used to work. Let it be in Telugu, let it be in Hindi, and also Tamil. Malayalam, I don't know much in the 90s. But now, even if a filmmaker does a film and he wants to repeat the same kind of genre for his next film, people are not really accepting. And I am the sitting live example of it.
I know the second and the third film.
Yes.
Yeah.
So so they are expecting a different meal every day. So when audience have changed that way, the filmmakers, producers, writers are forced to think different. Maybe that's why a Sing Geetham comes, Bahadur comes, or any other film. Even there's a small film called Little Hearts.
I haven't seen that
last
yet.
year.
Yeah.
But these are the different writing, simple writing, fearless writing.
That's so exciting.
Yeah.
What an exciting time.
Yes.
There's also
There's actually another one coming out soon called Dark Chocolate. I actually got to see it, and it's again a film which is very unique and different and stands out.
this thing that fascinates me. So a couple of years ago, I met a young director from the Telugu film industry. He already made a very successful film. He had put together a project with a very big Bollywood star, shot for one day, shut it down. Okay? He said,
She's talking about Ranveer Singh.
the way of working was so different and so difficult for me that I knew I couldn't make it. After that, of course, there were the very, very sort of high-profile exits, of Deepika Padukone from Spirit and from Kalki. But when I look at Telugu cinema,
This is the stuff we came here for.
I always think that you have so many stars, right? And not just individual stars, you have star families, right? Entire households filled with stars, right? What is the difference in the nature of stardom in Telugu and in Hindi, in the nature of the working of this stardom that makes collaboration difficult?
That's a
Very interesting
tough
question.
to ask. I mean,
Good
to
question.
answer, why? Because I've not worked with any of, I just worked in Bombay for 11 days, which happens to be my Lucky Baskhar thing. But it's again a Telugu film. I don't know how people work here. I don't know how the call sheet works here. So I have no idea. But if I want to work in Hindi, I'll at least take a 3 months break. I'll study the
Okay.
set. So it's a very simple old saying, if you, when in Rome, you have to be a Rome.
Of course.
Yeah. So
Okay.
in the same way, it goes for a Hindi actor coming to Telugu. So when you come to Telugu, you have to work according to a Telugu mindset.
Which is what? Tell me just how does it work? It's very disciplined.
It's very disciplined. We start at 8 o'clock. We start the usual call sheet starts at 7, ends at 6.
Okay.
And now we have a different call sheet. We have multiple options regarding, but we usually work for 11 hours to 12 hours on the set. And for a typical actor, it's like 9 to 10 hours. This is standard for everybody.
Okay.
So anybody who's coming here, they have to, they have to agree to that one, or at least negotiate to that one. I can't speak about the exits and
Sure, that's specific. Yeah,
it's very specific.
Yeah.
But you
But I think that there also what things came out. It's like, there's no fire there's no smoke if there's no fire, right? So the things that came out, maybe some are, people made those things up and added some masala and all. But somewhere or the other, they were these things that were going on with why the exit happened and the working hours and this and that, especially for Kalki. And I understand the actor's perspective, I understand the maker's perspective, and that's why they shook hands and said, no, it didn't work out, and they moved on, right? And that's a better thing to do than instead of putting yourself through that and then not enjoying that, right? It's much better than just say no.
But when a person from any industry, let it be Tamil, let it be Malayalam, let it be Hindi, when you're coming and acting in a Telugu film, understand the work culture there and maybe respect that culture. I'll give you an example. I've worked with Ravina ma'am. I've worked with
Of course, she's in this film.
Yeah,
she's
Yeah.
in Vishwanath. Yeah.
I worked with Ravina ma'am, and there was this last day of shoot. We were shooting in Ooty. The temperatures was around like 6 degrees or 7 degrees. Maybe not a big thing for people from Hyderabad, but from people from Bombay and Chennai, 6 degrees is like
It's cold.
freezing. Yeah, it is cold.
Yes.
And that was the last day. there was only one. There was two options: either shoot for 14 hours straight, or shoot a portion of film here and do the patch somewhere else. And we know we can't match the color temperature of Ooty anywhere. So Surya sir was willing to go, and I requested Ravina ma'am, and I went to Ravina ma'am's manager. I said, "See, can we do this?" No, ma'am will be angry. And suddenly she overheard me talking, and suddenly she comes out of the room, and I started running. And hey Venky, where are you? Come, ma'am, can we do this? And that day she shot from around 10:30 in the morning to 12:30 in the night.
Wow.
So this is the example that I want to give. Respect the work culture where you're working.
Sure.
If I want to do a Bollywood film, I will work according to the Bollywood working conditions. I will learn the conditions. I'll not just jump.
Interesting.
And say, I'm starting at 8. Everybody be here by 8. I'll understand what is the culture here. I'll understand the working conditions of the 24 crafts. Only then I'll start. So this is the answer that I can give.
Yeah. Do you ever want to do a Hindi film?
Yeah, that's on my checklist. I want to do a Hindi film, a Punjabi film.
Okay.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, so tell me about the next few, because you have said that there's going to be a sequel to Lucky Baskhar.
Yes.
And what's happening with that?
Okay. Interesting.
I need another couple of years because I have another 2 commitments that I have to finish, and Lucky Baskhar 2 will be a very huge responsibility, which I want to be right in many ways. So and that is the timing that I gave to myself. Maybe in 2 years I'm going to start a Lucky Baskhar.
So you are already committed to 2 other films after Vishwanath Sons.
I have 2 scripts which I want to finish before.
Is this the biography and the cop drama you had talked about?
Maybe the cop drama, yes. And there's another film I want to do with kids.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of I don't know, there's no kids film these days.
Yeah.
I want to do a proper kids film.
Yes,
or
good.
film like Disney, like Home Alone kind of a thing. I'm still writing it, so.
And you had talked in that director's roundtable that you were taking an 8-month writing.
But that didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
So I started writing. I think I finished off 2 scripts.
Average, how long do you take to do one?
4 months.
4 months.
4 months. Like
Okay.
I do my.
And then you approach it like a 9-to-5 job. You're sitting and just writing all day.
No, I write for more than. I think my average writing time a day, when I start writing, will be 12 to 13 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. And then 4 months of that, one script gets done.
Yeah.
Okay. So you
Interesting.
wrote
Yeah, I wrote.
That's pretty good. Okay. And are you making a film with Nani?
I manifest.
Not good. Good answer.
Yeah.
He's so fab.
Yes, he is.
He's just tremendous.
He's again that one actor who wants to do different cinema every time he
Yep.
starts a film.
Yeah.
That's true.
I really admire how he approaches his work. Okay, one last question. Do you imagine sooner rather than later we will see a film where it's a 40-year-old woman with a 20-year-old guy?
It's an interesting idea. Maybe, yeah. Soon, somewhere, yeah.
Just putting it out there.
Yeah. Putting it out in the universe, yes.
Venky, thank you, and cannot wait to see Vishwanath Sons.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
That was fun. As I said before, Telugu cinema on a very different tangent right now. They're also making these big films, but also making these content-driven films. And, there should be a balance of everything. You should not be just focus on one thing and just leave out the other. That should not happen. Balance is very important, as Thanos used to say. Used to, right? Yeah. So this was fun hearing him and very excited for his film also. Wondering if, he works with Nani next or not. That'll be interesting. And Lucky Baskhar too, I'm really sure. I wonder if it's continuation or another Lucky Baskhar, another story of heist. Or I guess it'll be continuation because in America, maybe that's what they're going to go about. That'll be interesting. So, I never thought of that film as a part 2. So I wonder what's going to happen with that. But I think it's going to take time. Even if he says 2 years, but I think 2 years to start. But I think if he's making 2 more films between that will take, I think, 3-4 years. And I think Lucky Baskhar will get in 32, I think, 33, somewhere there. Long time to see that. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you next time.